A divided U.S. Supreme Court today struck down the use of affirmative action in college admissions. The court ruled race-conscious admissions programs at Harvard and the University of North Carolina violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Now, the ruling will force higher education to reshape admissions practices, but Chief Justice Roberts said schools can still consider an applicant's discussion of how race affected their life.
So we might see colleges and universities put more weight, for instance, on where did you grow up? Do your parents have graduate degrees? What zip code did you grow up in?
From today, all children will be judged by the content of their character and also by their merit, not by color of their skin.
I know today's court decision is a severe disappointment to so many people, including me, but we cannot let the decision be a permanent setback for the country.
California was the first state to ban race-conscious admissions in public higher education back in 1996, but it didn't affect private colleges and universities. Today's Supreme Court ruling changes that. KCAL News reporter Rachel Kim spoke with some experts about what may lie ahead.
This court is saying that institutions that are receiving federal funds in the form of student loans, so even those private institutions in California, if they don't want to lose those federal loans, which of course they don't, are going to have to stop using race.
Jason Whitehead, Associate Professor of Political Science at Cal State Long Beach, says that's not good news because after Proposition 209 passed, the state saw racial minority admissions, especially African American and Latino admissions, drop dramatically in public universities.
A lot of that overflow was taken up by private institutions, and now that we're taking private institutions out of the equation, I think that's going to have a pretty dramatic effect on the next generation of Californians.
The University of California president says the Supreme Court's decision is disappointing and will continue to use a comprehensive review process to evaluate applicants based on factors like academic accomplishments in light of a student's life experiences and special circumstances, quality of academic performance relative to the educational opportunities available to the applicant in high school, marked improvement in academic performance as demonstrated by GPA, and special talents, achievements, skills, or experiences.
A lot of universities will have their applicants write an adversity statement or some statement that talks about challenges they faced in their life. And they mention race in those statements, but they also mention all kinds of other things, being a first-generation student, for example, being an immigrant.
Advocates for students in low-income communities of color are concerned about how the High Court's decision will affect high school students who are deciding where to apply.
It's important for students to continue to aim for what it is that they want and apply to the private universities, apply to the out-of-state institutions, and continue to show that they do, in fact, want access to these institutions.
Myra Lada is the director of Southern California Partnerships and Engagement at Education Trust West. It's a nonprofit organization focused on educational justice and equity. They do research and policy advocacy across the state.
We're going to continue to publish reports and develop toolkits and resources to show students the different ways in which they can continue to advocate for an educational system that is equitable. The reality is that we can't let this discourage us.
Rachel Kim, KCAL News.
And we're still expecting more decisions tomorrow on other controversial issues, such as President Biden's student loan forgiveness program and the Christian graphic artist who doesn't want to create wedding websites for same-sex couples. Tomorrow is the court's last day before justices go on their summer break.